So if you're like me, you've got tired, achy legs. I did the Snowdonia Trail half marathon at weekend. It's now the back end of the week for me and I'm still a little bit heavy legged. I've not run all week and I just need to make sure my legs are ready to run. So I'm gonna try and really work through them in this pre-run warm up. I'm going to go a little bit longer, a little bit deeper into some of this work so that we're going to build up slowly into some nice dynamic stuff to really get those legs ready, because like I say, these are feeling a little bit achy and I don't want to be just going straight into my run and damaging these muscles a little bit more. I want to be kind, warm them up and be ready to run. So we're going to make a start nice and simple, but we're just going to start pedaling the feet. So you've got a little bit longer, you've got a little bit more time to put into your prep. We're just going to start standing and walking, just warming the balls of the feet up. We're starting to get the heart rate up a tiny bit. Let's get some blood pumping a little bit quicker around the body. We just want to start to loosen those muscle tendons and loosen the body, particularly if it's feeling tense and achy like mine is. So from here, what I'm going to do is we're going to go into the hamstrings. I'm going to dig the left heel in, pull the toes up, bend the right knee, and we're just going to bring the head down. And then imagine that we're shooing some chickens away. I got this from one of my clients, Johnny. And then just pedal a few times, dig the opposite heel in, pull the toes, bend this other knee, shoo some chickens away. Go nice and steady. And we're just doing that a few times now. So pedaling a few times, and then dig the heel in, shoo the chickens. Pedal, dig the heel in, shoo the chickens. We're going nice and gentle, nice and slow, so we don't overstretch and so we feel the right amount of stretch for the body. We don't want to be really forceful and aggressive. So make sure you're working at a nice stretch, so you just feel a good stretch, starting to wake up those hamstrings and just starting to pedal through that a few times. Body's starting to get a little bit more warm, a little bit more supple, ready for the run. What is your purpose for running today? I'd say my purpose is for a bit of mental space, a bit of mental clarity, and to leave me feeling good. So that's my purpose for running. What's yours? Okay, so those hamstrings should be starting to feel a little bit better, a little bit warmer. Okay, so now what we're going to do is warm into the calf muscles. So what we're going to do is step in the left foot forwards and step the right foot back into like a split squat position. We don't worry too much about pushing that right heel back to stretch the calf on this one. But what we're going to do is we're going to push the left knee forwards, keep the foot flat. So if the heel starts to lift at any point, just keep that foot flat. And we want to just push into it and then release. And I'm just going to do this 10 times. So stretch the Achilles and the calf, work the quads up as well. 5, up nice and tall, keeping that foot nice and flat, push the big toe in. 8, 9, so up nice and tall, and 10, good work. Have a little bit of a wiggle, a little bit of a shake, step the opposite foot forwards. Again, we're going to keep this front foot nice and flat, push the knee forwards, get some good mobility, some good stretch into the ankle and the Achilles. Nice and slow, pushing back up. So we're doing this 10 times. This is 3. And again, making sure you're pushing down with that big toe, nice and strong as it comes forwards. Also just, again, waking the knee and the quads up. I think this is 7. I think I can't count and talk. 8. 9. Last one. And 10, good work. So we're going to go back into that split squat position, but we're going to go a little bit more intense in the calf muscle now and the Achilles area. So left leg forwards, but this time we're focusing on the back leg. So we've got a slightly bent knee at the front, and what we're going to do is we're going to push that back heel towards the floor as much as we can. So the hips are facing forwards, and we're pushing that back heel towards the floor. Now we're pushing all of our weight into that heel, but lifting the chin and chest up, and then just gently pulsing with this front leg so we feel that good stretch. So you're really pushing that heel towards the floor if you can. But if it's too much, if it's too painful, don't go too aggressive on that. And again, just get a nice, slow, smooth, rhythmical, dynamic stretch. Relax the shoulders. And again, just getting that good stretch. So even as you sink forward slightly, keep pushing the heel into the floor. So as the knee comes forward, the heel pushes in, so that everything's stretching away from each other. How is this feeling? Okay, I'm just going to slowly step up. Just feel the difference between the right and the left calves. That one obviously feels worked and stretched, a lot more awake. I'm going to step the right foot forwards, left heel back, keep the hips facing forwards. Now push that left heel towards the floor, keeping the hips and the foot facing forwards, and bend that right knee. Again, so actively pushing, as the right knee bends, actively push the left heel towards the floor. You might even feel that in the top of the thigh as well, into the hip flexors as well. Hands to the hips. I'm just going to get that slow pulse with this. Again, just waking everything up. Nice and smooth, nice and gentle. It's like a gentle moving massage. Nice and dynamic. But again, we're gradually picking up the pace. We're starting gentle, and then we'll just go bit by bit, a little bit more intense, so that when we are ready to go, we are ready to go. We're ready to run. Okay, last one. And then step. Have a little pedal, have a little wiggle. Okay, have a little shake. And then what we're going to do from here is we're going to wake those thighs and your hip flexors up a little bit. So a little bit of standing balance as well, which is going to wake your brain up. It's going to switch everything on. And it has to be a bit more alert. So if you need to, you can use a balance aid, a chair or a wall in front of you. But what we're going to do is pick the right foot up and place that right foot into the hand, pulling that right knee back. And you're going to try and stay nice and tall. And we're just going to slow pulse with that. So the knee releases and the knee pulls back. Knee releases, knee pulls back. And as you pull back, just think about just gently kicking the knee backwards, kicking the hand backwards with the foot. So that you get that good stretch into the hip flexors and the quads. Again, nice and dynamic. I'm leaning slightly forward with a soft bent knee. Just working up the balance, pushing my left big toe into the floor to create that stability. Keep breathing. And again, I'm not going real aggressive with this. I could go further with this in my range of motion. That's not me showing off, but I'm taking it within 50% of my motion. So I'm going nice and steady. I'm not being aggressive to my body. Okay, and then slowly release. Again, have a pedal, feel the difference. I can feel that this one feels lighter, it feels looser, it feels more alert. We're going to bring the right foot nice and strong, bring left foot into left hand. Again, slightly bent knee, lean forward, pull back, lean forward, pull back. Up nice and tall. Really gentle pulse again, so not going all the way into the range of motion. If your body feels different and looks different to mine, that's absolutely fine. Your body is different to mine, so don't judge your shape on my shapes or your movement on my movement. You're here now practicing, working and improving, so well done. So it always feels nice just to take that little bit more time to prep for your run. Just dedicate that little bit of time to transition from your day into your run a little bit more efficiently, like an athlete would. Okay, and then slowly release. Again, just have a little bit of a wiggle and a pedal. And then we're going to go into a high lunge. So stepping the left foot forwards, we're going to go into the hip flexors, Back heel's facing up, hips are facing forwards, we're going to sink the hips down. We're now going to just get the gentle pulse with this, but left hand to the left hip, right hand up to the sky. And just slightly lean over to the left. As we sink the hips and pulse down, then reach up. Gently bring the elbow back down a little bit as we lift up. And as we sink, lift the hand up. So as we come up, bring the elbow down, release the stretch. As we go down, reach the fingertips away. So there's a releasing and a stretching, releasing and a stretching. And again, we're not going any more than a 7 out of 10. It's just a nice wake up stretch, not a kind of, you're gonna snap something. Again, breathe as you do this, pushing into the big toe, waking the toe up and the arch of the foot as well. And then step up, good work. Have a little pedal, feel that nice stretch sensation, everything moving, stretching there. We're going to step the right foot forwards, Then I'm going to go to the other side with that. Hips facing forwards, heel up, right hand to the right hip, left hand up. Sink the hips, reach the hand up. Then lift up with the hips, come down with the elbow. Sink the hips, lift the fingertips up. Come up, release the elbow. So again, sinking into that stretch, then releasing. Sinking in, pushing the heel back as we do that as well. So we're really stretching all the way through that left leg at the back. And warming the toes and the arches of the feet up. That's it. Good work. Okay, last one, and then step. Again, have a little pedal, have a bit of a reset. How's it feeling? Okay, now we're just going to start to go a little bit more intense now. So now what we're going to do is just a couple of light jogs on the spot, and then what we're going to do is drive the left knee up, try and bring the right elbow to the left knee. Then we're going to come back to a few more little steps in between, drive the right knee up, bring the left elbow to the right knee. So we're alternating left and right. We're getting a little bit of a twist as we do that, so the torso's twisting, and we're also waking up the whole body, so that coordination as well. So little few steps, drive the left knee, a few steps, drive the right knee, a few steps, drive the left, a few steps, drive the right. And nice and tall, nice and light feet, trying to land on the balls of the feet. And then just start to, when you can, start to increase the intensity, the pace a little bit. Steps and the drives. Nice and tall, everything's just starting to loosen. It feels good to just squish and twist and open, unfold your body. A few steps, quicker knee drives as you can. Conscious of the movement, it's not out of control. There's control and squeezing, there's muscle work, there's coordination. Keep breathing. Okay, nearly there. Okay, and then pause, well done. How was that? Have a little bit of a shake. Okay, and then now we're just going to get some torso twists with some little torso twists with bounces. I totally lost my train of thought there. So just bouncing on the spot. I'm going to get some torso twists on the balls of the feet if you can. Microphone might go a little bit weird here, so I'm just going to open up that space. Sorry if it's banging about. So little torso twists. So twisting from the waist. And then we get those elbows moving as well. Feel all that twisting, nice. Waking up of everything. Nice and light and relaxed through the knees and the balls of the feet. Relax the shoulders. Have a little bit of a shake after that. Well done. Then we're going to have a few little pedals on the spot, running on the spot, driving those arms up nice and tall. And we're going to do this as quick as we can for 10 seconds. Get ready, and then we are ready to go. Okay, ready? And let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. You are ready to run. Well done for putting that a little bit longer time into your body. Your body should feel good. Give me a thanks. Just say thanks for the video. Leave me a comment, but just say thanks for the video. If you don't know what to comment, leave a thumbs up. If you have enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I post regular weekly videos, pre and post run, stretchings, warm up, cool downs. So thank you for following along with me.